Inspiration for your garden can come from many places. Ask your friends and family what has worked for them in the past. Neighbors too, because they will likely have similar growing conditions as you do in your yard. Visit your local garden center and talk to one of the experts there. Just walking around the garden center and seeing what they have on display is great too. What I like to do is order seed and bulb catalogs and look through them. The catalogs have pictures, descriptions, and ideal growing conditions for the different types of plants. Gardening magazines are also a good way to learn about new varieties of plants and flowers, especially if the magazine is tailored to your area. And of course, the internet is an indispensable tool for gathering information. Just be sure that the information comes from a reputable source. Winter is coming to an end, but there is still a lot of snow on the ground. Obviously, nothing is growing yet, but it's never too early to start thinking about your summer garden. Today, I've come to Assiniboine Park. I'm going to go inside the conservatory and get some inspiration for my garden this year. This is a wonderful place to come all year round. There's so many green, beautiful plants inside this conservatory. A lot of these are actually tropical plants that you can grow yourself as houseplants, but today I've come to get some inspiration for my summer garden, the different flowers and vegetables that I plan on growing. The main focus of my garden this year is going to be vegetable gardening. I do all of my vegetable gardening in containers. This is a great way to garden in small spaces or if you have very poor soil conditions in your yard. You would be surprised at how many different types of vegetables you can grow in containers, and you do get a very good crop. I'm going to be growing about 10 different types of vegetables this year. I'm going to be growing peas and carrots. The variety of carrots that I've chosen is great for container gardening. When you're choosing the type of vegetables that you're going to grow, if you do a little bit of research, you'll be able to find the varieties that will grow best in containers. I'm also going to be growing 2 different types of cucumbers. Cucumbers are great for growing up a trellis, which makes good use of vertical space in your yard rather than have the plant grow out along the ground. Lettuce and spinach are good for growing in smaller containers because their roots don't go very deep. I'm also going to be growing 2 different types of tomatoes and 2 different types of peppers, which I have started myself from seed. If you don't have the time or the space to start your own plants from seed, you can buy tomatoes, peppers, a large variety of other plants from your local greenhouse. The plants that you get from your local greenhouse will have had a good chance to start growing, they'll be vigorous and hardy, and you should have excellent results with those. I'm really looking forward to all the vegetables that I'm going to be growing in my garden this year, but what I'm really excited about is the flowers. Flowers are so bright and cheery, they just add a pop of color to your garden, and there's so many different varieties to try. This year I'm going to try some flowers from seeds, bulbs, tubers, and some that I've purchased from the greenhouse. Some seeds that I'm going to grow are calendula and marigold, and I've also tried planting some rhodochiton. Rhodochiton is a beautiful trailing plant with purple flowers, and it's great for use in a hanging basket, or you can grow it up a trellis. Some bulbs that I'm going to try are a toad lily, some ranunculus, and some gladiolas. The gladiolas that I've chosen to try are called glam minis, and they're smaller gladiolas, and they're great for planting in a pot. They're supposed to have full-size blooms, which are going to make great bouquets for cut flowers. I'm going to try a type of tuber called a Crispa marginata begonia. The Crispa marginata begonia is a striking yellow flower with a ruffled red edge, and begonias are a great way to add color to the shady spots in your yard. Also, with bulbs and tubers, you can lift them in the fall and store them inside for use the next season. So this is something that we're going to look at towards the end of the year. Throughout the season, we're going to be looking at a variety of plants, vegetables, and flowers that you can grow yourself and how to care for them. We're going to be visiting other gardeners to see what they have going on in their garden. And we'll be back here at the Assiniboine Park to see how they're engaging the public in gardening. I'm Shannon, and thanks for watching The 5 Minute Gardener.